Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. And yes, and yes. I think, and I know I say this a few times now, but I think I genuinely may have found a way for us to play to not concede as many goals. I mean, just look at the amount of goals we've been conceding this month. Sorry, not this month. Well, that too, but this year. So last month, in September rather, we conceded 2 against Rotherham, so and then 3 if you include the Burnley one, 7, and then 9, and then 11 goals in 1 month. Now, admittedly, I tried that different strategy against Crewe, and we were a little bit unlucky in the end because of all the strange things that happened in that game in the last live com. But this month, I've persisted with that kind of system, essentially, to see if we can try and make it work for us. We obviously are at home, so we didn't use the system at home. Well, we did. We transferred to it once we got ourselves into a comfortable position in the game, basically, and it worked, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you this, it worked. But we're going to get through and I'll explain some stuff because I'm really, really happy with this. So firstly, first game of the month was at home to Huddersfield. Huddersfield are not a great team. They nearly got relegated last year, and as you can see, they had a bloody good go at us. This is the thing. 22 minutes in, Jerome Sinclair, who else, put us in front. It didn't take long, though, for Kevin McAvoy to make it 2-0. And at this point, we'd literally had 2 shots in the entire game, and we'd scored both of them. So I was a little bit worried about that particular fact, which is why I decided to try and go on to that sort of defensive style a little bit earlier. I actually went to our away strategy and used it at home. So as you can see, they were really not able to create a great deal in the game, despite having all these shots. We are now getting on the right end of these kind of results. I've tweaked a couple of little things here and there, which I'll show you guys in a sec, of course. But yeah, so in the next game, which is where I tried, let me think about this. Yeah, I did decide to try out that system because, let's face it, when you are playing away from home, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. If they're playing a system that looks attacking, which Oxford were, I figured we're going to have to use our new away system. So I did. And my God, this was the first game that I really thought, right, we've got something awesome here. And it came off beautifully for us. We were 3-0 up in this one inside the first half. Our first half performances are the key for us. We've got both the goals against Huddersfield in the first half. All 3 goals here against Oxford in the first half. Charlie Musonda gave us the lead on 21 minutes. It was, if I recall, actually a very, very good goal. It was then quickly followed up by Kenneth McAvoy again. He just cannot stop scoring. He's got 5 goals in 13 appearances for us this season, and that is pretty decent in the league, I have to say, for a winger. And then Jerome Sinclair stepping in to make it. Wow, look at that. Now he's worth £3.2 million. His rating, every time he scores a goal, his value just seems to go up by 1 more. It's fantastic. So there you go. We won 3-0 at Oxford, and I did expect to try and go there and win. We did. They had a few decent half chances and some decent clear cuts, but we really were the better side in this game. Although, that's the thing about this system. It lets them shoot a lot from range. But it also, I don't know, it just seems to be working for us. That was 2 clean sheets on the bounce, which is unbelievable. I don't think we've ever done that at any stage in this entire game, let alone series or season. Christ. Which is why, when we went into the next game against Wolves, I thought, right, we could try and get a good result against Wolves. That would be awesome. We got a slightly better than good result against Wolves. This game was ridiculously brilliant. Now, again, all 5 of our goals were scored in the first half. It was unreal. Sam Manton put us in front on 18 minutes after Jed Wallace's free kick ricocheted back off the crossbar and into his path, which was good. Good stuff. Then, Jerome Sinclair, who else, on 23 minutes was able to make it 2-0. Now, it was at this point that Jonathan Hogg decided, yeah, that's a good time. I'm going to scythe someone over and get myself sent off. And from then on, I knew we were going to be able to coast. So we didn't sit back. Jed Wallace was able to get his first goal of the season. That is his first goal this year. He's not scored in the league yet, which is surprising, but he has been assisting like mad, so I'll let him off. Got his first goal of the season to make it 3-0. Then, right before that, Sam Manton has scored a penalty to make it 3-0, and it was Jed Wallace that made it 4-0 off of a Kevin McAvoy cross, and then right on the stroke of half-time, some lovely work from Charlie Musonda, squared the ball, and Ben Osborne was able to put it in for 5-0. I mean, we were dominant. 4 clear cuts, no half chances. All of our chances were really solid, good chances. Wolves had a couple of half chances, but no real threat in this game. Until the last couple of minutes of the game, it was they had 2 shots, none of which were on target. We didn't even really seem to try that hard in the second half. It does seem to be the second half is where we are a little bit lacking in games. But frankly, we're a bit like Liverpool of last season, where they would just blitz teams in the first half, and that was all we needed to do. Against West Ham in our last game of the month, I decided to try something. I went with our standard away strategy, and we very nearly did it again. I got to tell you guys, it very nearly worked here. They were the better side, but that is not important with the way we're playing. So we held them off. We got to half-time. They had a couple of good chances. Buckman made some great saves. But then Albert Torres Crespo on 55 minutes, I think it was 55? Yeah. With a great long-range drive right in the bottom corner. Made it 1-0 and I was ecstatic. Unfortunately, goalkeeping errors are still in the game. So, yeah, this was a low shot to the near post. It hits Buckman, hits the post, hits Buckman, hits the post, hits Buckman, hits the post, and goes in. He just would not, it hits him, and it sort of bounces between him and the post, but he's not making any attempt to save it. He's just standing there while it's hitting him. Very, very frustrating when that happens, and we probably would have won that as well. So the only goal we've conceded this entire month is because of a goalkeeping error. So, yeah, still pretty happy with the way things are playing out. I mean, as you can see, West Ham are vastly the better side than us, but we still got ourselves a point at Upton Park. And remember, we lost 6-1 here despite creating loads of chances. This time, we got a 1-1 draw despite creating very little. We hadn't even, I don't know, did we even... When that goal from Torres actually went in, we didn't have any chances, even half chances, because it was such a long way out. We created a couple later on when we very nearly could have won it. So it's been an unbelievable month for us, I've really got to say. And yeah, it's good to see Crespo scoring his first goal for us as well. After all, he was our big money signing, so it's good to see him there. So yeah, that is the month that we've had so far, and we're coming into today's game against Millwall at home against a struggling side. But firstly, I'm going to show you the league. Now, we are 7th, but we're only a point off the playoffs. Now, our goal difference is now +9. Things just look that little bit better. I don't know where we are in terms of conceding. And look at that, defensively, still pretty poor. I got to tell you, we're still pretty down here as far as defending goes. But as for goals scored, we've scored the most goals of any team in the entire league, and that is telling you something. I think if we can go the rest of the season and start tightening ourselves up at the back and continuing to score the way we're going, I think there's a real chance that we could actually get ourselves in the playoffs, which would be bloody ridiculous considering the team we're actually using. And I am ecstatic with the way things are going so far for us. So there we go. Just show you the league properly though. That is the league. Brighton atop, West Brom and West Ham right in there as well, but West Ham have played an extra game. Burnley, Crew as well, still having a good year, and Derby right in there. And we're actually just above Fulham now, so we can still slip a little bit, but we are 8 points clear of the relegation zone, and we are playing against Millwall today, and that is good. So let's get ourselves, let's take a look at the squad actually, so we can see what's been going on this month. Top goal scorer for us, of course, is Jerome Sinclair with 10. No big surprises there. However, McAvoy has 6 in number 2, which is pretty damn awesome. Top assister now, Jed Wallace has got 12 assists in 10 appearances. Holy shit. He's just being at the root of pretty much everything good that is happening for us at the moment. It is unbelievable. So yeah, there you have it. Player of the matches, Jerome Sinclair with 3, Kieran Griffiths with 2. Pass rating, Sam Mantom's now got an 84%, which is awesome. Most yellow cards, Yanko and Webster have 3 each. Yanko is actually injured and is out for a couple of weeks, so we are going to be missing him a little bit because he's been great this year. Red cards, of course, Webster and Bellamy. Average rating, Charlie Musonda has actually got a 7.6 average rating this year, which is bloody ridiculous and fantastic. Look at some of these average ratings. That's what I like to see. We are really playing superbly well now. So, moving along, we're going to go straight to team selections as I accidentally pressed it. So, yeah. This is the sort of system I've been playing away from home, and it's been working bloody well. But we're going to go back to our standard home style, and this is the system we're playing at home. So these are the instructions I have on at home. Nothing particular. Yeah, we're pushing higher up now to try and create less space for them to work in, and it worked very well against Wolves. It's worked quite nicely. So I'm hoping we can do the same thing here against Millwall. Let's just do a quick pick to move some players around. Manton comes in, and that's the only real difference. Is Holland's on the bench, though? No, he isn't, and I want to make sure that he is. So I will take off the bench Connor Chaplin. I need to keep Hollands there because I do need the option to bring him in as that defensive midfielder if the time is right. So there we go. Let's get straight into the day's game because why the hell not? Sinclair is superb. He genuinely is. Saiku is playing it right back today, of course, in place of Yanko. But that's just one of those things that's going to have to happen. We could go up as far as 4th place today. And that's just amazing. It's not really where we're aiming for this year. This year I was aiming to sort of solidify a sort of position in maybe the top half, but if we can get ourselves in the playoffs, you never know what could happen. We could find ourselves in the I mean, it's not really needing to talk about. We're doing well, and that is all I need to know. I just want to make sure that we sort of secure ourselves in this league before we start going and dreaming about anything. But the point is, 1 goal this month has been conceded, and that was an own goal. 1 goal in 4 games is not bad. So I want to see if we can keep that kind of run going here against Millwall. It's the first half where you want to watch out for us, and I don't know if Millwall will be prepared for that. We'll find out. We'll hopefully blitz them in this first period of the game, and then in the second half we can just chill on what is hopefully a 2-goal lead. We will find out though. Let's get this game going. So started off relatively well. No highlights as yet, but we've only played a few minutes. We've already had a decent shot, it would appear. Right, so here's the... who's got the ball? Wallace here. And we're going to have to play out from the back, it would appear. Hopefully we won't lose it. Saiku here in the right back position. Hopefully he won't lose the ball. Just drops it short for Manton. Back to Webster. Back to Saiku. Playing some interesting little triangles here. Manton back to Webster and probably back to Saiku. Come on, guys. Don't let them press you too high up the pitch. That is a worthless pass over the top to just give them the possession back. Hopefully that won't cost us. Flora is very quick, very slow to get on the end of that, but we're just content to let them have the ball at times. You know, unless they do anything specific with it, then it's not going to be much of our concern. Wallace picks it up and we're quickly on the break here. Mantum into Sinclair. Can he turn it around the corner for someone? Whips it through for Charlie Musonda. Musonda, and it's come out. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. I don't know who scored it. I think it's Sinclair. Portsmouth 1, Millwall 0, Jerome Sinclair, and Portsmouth go up to 4th. Temporarily here, and it's these early goals. We are just so good in the early stages of this game. I thought that Musonda probably should have scored the initial effort, but I'm not knocking it. It's a lovely ball through from Sinclair. Musonda takes an extra touch when he shouldn't have. Oh, it's well tackled, in fact, and 2 brilliant tackles from Millwall. But Pompey have so many men forward that it made no difference whatsoever. And here we go. Again here, Saiku drops it short. Wallace with the long ball to no one. That's going to get headed straight away to Osborne, though. He's got 2 guys around him. He probably will end up losing the ball here unless he's very clever. Keeps hold of it nicely. Drops it short for Taylor. Drops it in for McAvoy. Can he get it across? And Sinclair! And, cleared away again here. And Webster right in there. And Pompey have had a couple of really good chances early on here. But it's important that we take them. Don't let him knock it in behind. Oh, well done, Charlie Taylor. Some good defending. I'm saying good defending, and that is something that is very, very rare for me to be saying. We've started off very, very well here. I'd like to see us get a second goal before half-time, though. Wallace with the corner. Whips it across. Cleared away. Osborne! And it's 2-0 to Portsmouth. This is just how these games have been going for us this month. We are absolutely destroying teams in the early stages of these games, and they have just got absolutely no answer to it. What a start again here. Wallace with this is going to be another assist for Jed Wallace. Wallace's ball in. Oh, no, it's not what we're talking about. Webster drops it down. Osborne with the strike, and that is right in the top corner. Pompey 2, Millwall 0. Still only 20 minutes on the clock, and we are playing delightful football so far, and I think we may have another in us before half-time. And if we do, I'll switch to our slightly more conservative tactic for the second half, and Adam Webster's picked up a knock. That's not ideal. I will have to address that now. I hope we don't get a right-back injury as well, because that could be very, very poor. Dominic Hyam, yes, let's get Hyam on. 2-0 up here. Things are going well. We're cruising. Millwall haven't created a chance yet, but that doesn't mean they won't. That does not mean anything yet. They've not even had a shot on target yet. Half an hour into the game, this is going pretty much as well as it could have this month. But the key for me now is to try and keep us a clean sheet. That's what we really want to do in this game. But we're going to get to half-time before we make any drastic changes. And this is actually the moment is going to put us up into the playoffs. So, well, it looks like that is half-time, and it is 2-0 to Portsmouth. Millwall are creating a few things, though, and we have to expect that they are going to try and come at us a little bit in this second half, which is why we're going to make a tactical change at half-time. I've tried this out. It worked against Huddersfield, and that's how we got away with that win, because they were actually quite decent against us. So the plan now is we're going to go into tactics. We're going to switch to our other tactic, and we're going to bring on Danny Hollands in place of Mantum. And we're just going to go with that for now. But we're going to change some of the instructions a little bit. I am still going to exploit the flanks on this one. We're not going to push quite as high up. And that will... Oh, actually, we are going to prevent that, yeah. But we also put whipped crosses on when we play this system, because I just found that seems to work quite nicely. So, a second half of just being a little bit more solid defensively. What do you mean despite our woes in front of goal? We're doing I don't understand these instructions sometimes. They make absolutely no sense. Right, let's just... just trying to think here. That's going to be a long ball, which they're almost certainly going to bring down, but we're just going to try and see what's going on. We're going to try and tell them to concentrate, because we don't want to get overdone here. Long ball downfield, and that's going to get headed by... Right, we don't want to get pushed too deep, though. That's the problem. I'm hoping that the inclusion now of Danny Hollands is going to give us a little... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's shitty defense. That's terrible defending. And, well, I mean, no amount of formation is going to stop them from being irritatingly bad defenders there. What was that? Gets in the right position, he's just able to turn right past him and actually ghosts through his body, which is awesome. I wish I could do that. And it's 2-1 here at Fratton Park. Hopefully this isn't the point where we completely capitulate here to Millwall. I really don't want that to be the case, because we've played really, really well so far. But they're actually having a few chances now. But I was expecting them to come at us at some point. You know, if you're 2-0 down, you're going to have no choice but to try and come at the other team. I just can't stand those sort of ones where they ghost through their bodies. Why is it going so slow? Come on. Right, here we go. Probably should do that, actually. So we're 65 minutes in now. I'm going to make another substitution at 70, just because we've already made one at half-time, and I don't want to rush things. And they're playing quite decent, but... Right, what have we got? We've already made 2 subs, haven't we? Should really bring on Griffiths from Musonda, because he is looking a little bit knackered, and Griffiths is just awesome. No, I always pressed the wrong one there. Right, let's see what we can do. Last 20 minutes now. I'm not going to go on defensive or anything too soon, because we are the top, you know, we're in control of this still, technically. I'm going to wait till sort of 80 minutes before we start throwing it onto defensive, while they're just going to try and go out right now. Now we're going to go to defensive style, and we are going to waste time. I'm going to try and get out of here with just a 2-1 win. Sometimes you just got to accept that it's not going to always work. Come on, 4 minutes, guys. Let's do this. Let's get ourselves our 4th win of the month. 4 wins and a draw this month would be absolutely superb. Come on, 3 minutes to go. Come on, nearly there. One more little boost of play. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, 40 seconds left. Don't you dare let them score here. I'm so sick of late goals. We're on defensive. We actually started playing quite well after we changed to defensive. We're in a defensive style system. Just get men behind the ball. Don't let him knock it back out to that wide man. Don't let him knock it back out. We're going to... How did he not win the ball there? There's 3 of them around him. That is total crap. Oh, he's offside. Thank fuck for that. There's 3 of them around him. Right, that should be it now. And there it is. Portsmouth 2, Millwall 1. And, well, that is another win for us. Don't think we need to just dress anything specific right now. That is unbelievable. Well done, guys. That is another win for us. Pompey 2, Millwall 1, and we're up to 4th in the Championship. We're only a couple of points off the top of the league now, and that is quite the contrast to the previous month. I sound like Barry Davis. Oh, such the contrast to the previous month. Now then, let's... well, Millwall are now in the relegation zone as well. So there we have it, guys. Another win. 4 wins and a draw this month, and that draw came away at West Ham, and the only goal scored against us this month by another team was that goal in the Millwall game. So I will take that. And that is how the league is currently shaping up, with us in 4th place now. Unbelievable. Really happy with the way things are going. I think we finally found a strategy that works, and this is great. In the next month, our live con will be the home game, in fact, against Middlesbrough, so look forward to that. We've got some good games. Bournemouth away should be tough. Leicester at home, you never know. Cardiff away. They're all mid-table games. We could go either way, and let's see what we can do. So, guys, if you like what you're seeing, please feel free to drop a like on the episode, and if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and my new series in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the Middlesbrough game. Bye-bye.